Hello folks, this has HexagonalSpy, the Spy, and we're coming to the next announcement for my second story of my 23rd birthday. I told you the story of the first story when I was with my mother a couple of days ago, spending the birthday party there. As I said before, I had a great time there because Mom's friends were very nice and polite. And the fact that they come and celebrate the party, they even got me a cake that has a cruddy stats on it. Yeah. So now, I'll begin to the part telling you a second story about yesterday of spending the birthday celebration with my father. Now here's one thing you're going to need to know. Father and my friend Eric wasn't able to build a birthday party, but they were able to take me somewhere where we can all be able to have fun and have a good time there. So let me start at the beginning. Yesterday, when I woke up, I had to be able to make sure that my stepdad, Jimmy, was to be able to make sure that he has enough time to be able to help my mom to do whatever it is that she needs to do yesterday that requires Jimmy's help. So Jimmy and I had to meet my father before 10:30 a.m. So I was able to get things up and running. Jimmy was just already waiting for word. And we got into the car, and then we got into Athens, and then the situation of waiting for my father is kind of my fault because of not being able to tell him that we're already on our way and that we were here. So it felt like for my father, he felt like he was rushed. So it took like 30 minutes, which surprisingly is supposed to be an hour to just wait for them. And we were able to get things cleared up with the miscommunication situation I created. And so father was able to pick me up from Athens, and he and I and Eric drove back to Hickson, our town, and we were able to get some. But before we went to our house, we had to go to a shopping mall. You see, the situation of my little clothes predicament is that I don't have shorts that matches my size. Okay, I only wear pants. That's my size. Okay, so my father felt that if he was to be able to get the right shorts that matches my sizes, I need to be able to be there in that shopping mall for him to be able to make sure that he got the right shorts for me. So that's what my father did. He drove us to the shopping mall, and we went to get some shopping. We collected shorts, but not surprisingly, he decided to want to buy some shirts in the process too, because I already got a bunch of shirts in my closet. Okay, I can show you of the point right now if I could in my room right now, so you can see that getting more shirts is unnecessary. Like, I even got drawers that has shirts of shirts. Okay. unfortunate trade that he inherited from my grandmother because she too liked to shop and buy some unnecessary clothes. But that's beyond the point of what I'm trying to get to the story here, so I'll resume back to the point to what I'm trying to talk about. So during the process, we were finally able to get out that place that we were able to shop shorts and shirts. But CM Games was right next door of that shopping place, so I went. So I thought. So I could have not go to that place, but then I thought my father's already bought me a bunch of stuff for it now, so I thought it only fair for him that I had to be able to buy my stuff as well. So we went to CM Games, and I only got 4 Xbox 360 and Xbox One games, so that's going to be in Pacific on the point. They're action and violent games. I'm sure that you guys are going to have a good guess on that point of what it means. So it's a kind of adventure games and whatnot, but more to the point. What I was also hoping for to find in the same games is that I knew Kinect. Like I already have a Xbox One Kinect that fits on the old Xbox One that I used to have, the one that was shot by a storm. But I don't have a Kinect that matches or attached to an Xbox One X. So I was hoping to be able to find a Kinect Xbox One X and CM Games, so I asked around the shopper so that if I could be able to get something great in just getting games, but unfortunately, you see, Dad was quite surprised when I was asked around about, because he said that we already have Kinect, like 2 of them in fact, one in the living room and the other in my room. So I just didn't want to get into that conversation to explain to him on. I just don't want to get into a conversation to explain to him about the reasons why. I get into the specifics about, but father just couldn't understand about why I needed to find a Kinect that goes for the Xbox One X because that he just gets ramblings on about stuff about buying too much money, of wasting too much money, I guess. It's just that he just doesn't really understand about that, so, yeah, so, anyways, we were able to get out the shopping mall, and we went back to the house, and, we were planning to be able, yesterday we're going to be planning to go somewhere, but until it reaches to the time period of either like 6 or 7, we need to be going there because that place opens around 6 or 7. So but before we go there, we receive word that my grandmother is bringing my uncle over to this house. So we kind of had to wait on her to show up, and it's already past like 8 o'clock, so we've been wondering about what's been taking her so long, but finally she and my uncle finally showed up, and surprisingly my Uncle Jeff wanted to spend over the night, which is good actually, because he can actually be able to enjoy the time from whichever place that my father's planning to take us, because my uncle is just about as confused about the place and where to go as I was. Like, he's been asking me questions about where to go, about where's this place, do I know where it is, or whatnot. I couldn't exactly answer his questions because, well, it's because that, because that I don't really know much about the place any more than he does, because I never exactly really been there, and I wasn't really expecting to go there, because I was expecting that we go to the lost city that's somewhere in Athens, but apparently a new option just popped into the table. So, the escape room, I think, I'm not exactly sure what the name of this place is. I kind of forgot. Maybe it's called the escape room. I'm not sure why it's called like that. I'm not sure. But, yeah, we were able to get things good, ready to go, to be able to go to there and, so we were able to wait on Nana to go, my grandmother to go, so that we could be able to go. So when she left, it was our moment to be able to leave as well, to go to that place. Now, that place is downtown in Chattanooga, so I kind of figured that out when we were into a big city, so yeah, so, it took maybe 20 minutes to get there, tops, I think. Yeah, so it may took us 20 minutes to get there, and when we got there, I look at the watch and it's 10 o'clock, so when we parked, we walked to this building that looks like the hotel. It looks like the place, and we got inside the building and we sat on the bench, and father and I went to the office, asked around for a guide for this place, but for this the escape room. It's like a game of sorts, so yeah, this is going to be the part of craziness I'm going to be telling you next, so just brace yourselves. This is hard to be able to describe, so give me a minute here. Yeah. So, we found our guide, and that talks about this place of where we need to sign up on the iPad, so that he got us sign our names, address, our initials, and such. My father and Eric was able to sign that up, took care of all that. So he explained about the rules of this escape house game. The escape house is we're trying to solve a puzzle, okay? And he talks about the game of the match that he sets up was in the involvement of a train. Yeah, a train, which you could probably guess what that means. We're trying to figure a way how to escape from a train that's probably going to crash. But not an actual train that's moving, okay? Anyways, he explained about the rules were about these guys that's like secret agents that are the witness of trying to get to the judge's room when they are traveling into a train, and then all of a sudden they're probably going to be trapped. So they it's the game of which I'm trying to tell you is that it's like a puzzle. Like we're trying to figure a way how to escape it. The involvement of puzzles of a game of rules. Like there are a couple rules down to what not to do is to not to touch whichever is you're not supposed to touch, or to not touch the get out exit sign, because even though that it could open the door, it doesn't exactly count as escaping the room. So our guide has show us the train. We got inside the train, and we were to be put into two groups. Like I was going to a group with Eric, and my father was going to a group with my uncle Jeff. We each got separate rooms. Now, what we're supposed to do in there is that we're like, before we got into that train, I was carrying a suitcase, handcuffed. Like I'm carrying a secret documents of secret plans in a suitcase, handcuffed. I mean, I I wasn't feeling comfortable about this, folks. I was I wasn't feeling comfortable about this. Like I told them that if I happened to die while I was wearing a handcuff, their asses are haunted. I said that. Yeah, I said that. Because usually the guy that has the handcuffed suitcase gets killed in the movies. Yeah, they think I was able to be, because I'm big, strong, look sturdy, like I can be able to kick some asses and such. Probably think of that because I was able to like take care of myself and such. Thought I was supposed to be the bodyguard here. Like, yeah, that's crazy nuts. Anyway, back to the point where I was talking about the separated rooms. We were in the cages, the doors sealed as shut. We got, and there was a big TV screen in me and Eric's room. There was a big TV screen that has the number. There's a time limit that says 60 minutes. Like we got about an hour to be able to get ourselves out of the train and out of the cells. Like it really racked our brains when we were trying to figure a way how to be able to get out of the cells and try to get out of the train. Like we were trying to so hard to be able to figure a way how to get out of our cells, that it really got my father hard, because he's already pissed off for unable to figure this shit out. You should have seen him. He's really wrecking his room off, trying to be able to get the stuff of the parts to be able because for the past 20 minutes he was really confused about what to do, and because he's confused, he doesn't really know what he's supposed to be looking for, what he's supposed to think to look for. He was already mad, so freaking mad. He's already cussing and shit. Anyways, Jeff and Father was able to get out their cells while me and Eric were trying to get out ours. It took like 30 minutes before we figured out its involvement of some cords and documents from a brief suitcase I mentioned that we were able to open, combinations of locks, numbers and shit, and different colors of cords and such. So yeah, you could probably already guess what that means or how long it took. Now, 10 minutes tops. Now that we're out of our cells, we're trying to be able to get out of the train itself. Like, the next step, it was really heartbreaking because Eric and I found this panel that looks like cords and such, but there's also some switches, like it's around the train. So weird to be able to find some cells and such. Like, the deal breaker to how to get out of the train now is to be able to get some right switches to be able to turn on and some left switches to be able to turn off. That really racked our brains about. When we finally opened the door, we had 14 minutes to spare because it's really, really a puzzle deal and breaker. We had a good time though. We had a good blast that time. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully that I told you guys a good deal about. Hope you guys enjoy those stories when I just experienced for the past couple of days this week. So tonight I'll be again started with Command & Conquer 3 Tiberian Wars the Nod campaign series final mission. HexagonalSpy, the Spy, sign off, and thank you for your support. Comment for my birthday.